welcome to Campus Bus Season 2. We want to thank all iWatch campers for their support in Season 1 and also our sponsors for Season 1, Damn Good Brownies and Sip Spring Water. If you missed Season 1, take a look.
Evolves. How does it evolve? Where do you get your inspiration from?
Alright, like most of my music, most of my songs, our songs, me and Theo's, my individual songs, it's of experience or how I'm feeling at the moment or something that I see. So it's always real. If I'm not going through it, I see somebody going through it. But most of the time, I'm going through it.
Okay, so can you tell us like what influences the songs you write? My personal life. Yes. My personal life and also the way I do my songs, what is influenced by the people.
Welcome back to Campus Bus. I am Darren Smith. Here on Campus Bus, the first episode is our guest. She is a poet. She was the Prime Minister's Youth Award for Excellence recipient for Arts and Culture, and she's also the author of the book Pearls Among Stone. She is a student at the University of the West Indies Mona campus, pursuing a Bachelor's of Arts in History. Our guest this week on Campus Bus is Christena Williams. Christena, welcome to Campus Bus.
Thank you for having me.
Alright, I want to jump right into it. You started writing when you were 10. Did you know that writing was your talent then?
Well, when I began writing, it was a poetry at the time. My brother actually inspired writing. Richard Williams.
Okay.
At the time he was doing DJing, so I started writing songs.
Okay.
But then by the time I was probably 15, I read Maya Angelou's poem, and then that's when I began writing. And I wrote a poem at that time, Survivor, which got published in Gleaner, probably when I was around 19.
Wow, impressive. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's jump into the something more personal, where your father left when you were 1 year old. 1 year old. Tell us about that. How was that experience? How did it affect you? And did it inspire any poetry?
Well, because I didn't have a relationship with my father, because he left when I was 1.
Right.
So the impact wasn't that great. Probably if I'd known him,
Right.
in that sense, and you lose someone, then you don't have great. But I think it affected me while I was in high school.
Right, right.
Individuals start talking about their parents. And
Right, right.
that's when I started opening up. But it impacted me basically because I was a very quiet child, you know, so I didn't speak up very often and so forth.
Right,
so
right.
that's kind of how it affected me.
Okay, so did it influence any of the writings that you have published?
Well, I wouldn't say directly, but some of my poems are about sorrows and sadness.
Right.
And I think that's how I relate to the readers, because there's a lot of people who are fatherless.
Okay.
And there's a lot of pain, support. So because I've experienced something like that, I think when I write, that experience allows me to relate to the readers better.
Okay, that's nice. Alright, so tell us, you have several poems, over probably 40 poems published here in the Sunday Jamaica Gleaner. You have published poems published online, magazines. I mean, how did you promote your poetry to get that far before publishing your book?
Well, it takes stages. I began performing in my class,
Okay.
and then my mom encouraged, like when her friends come over, I would read my poems to them. So it takes stages. Then eventually my first poem, Art Surgeon, which was published in the Gleaner, and that was 2011. After getting reviews from several individuals, like my friends and so forth, and then because I joined TOL, Think Out Loud, that poetry group online, I was encouraged by several other poets. And then, you know, after that time it being published, you know, you're encouraged to go further. And then I decided to challenge overseas, and when I got that exposure,
Right.
there was that motivation to continue. And then, you know, along the line, you meet other people online, other authors and so forth,
Yes.
and they encourage you. And so that's
Okay.
basically how I promoted my work.
All right, sounds great. I mean, you have many persons who are poet who can identify with you. So for persons who are young aspiring poets and who try to publish their work, bring us through that process where so for example, you tried to publish something and it never got published or it wasn't published, and
That's normal. I mean, if you have never been rejected, you will never know how to push harder. So
Okay.
I've been rejected several times. You know, I apply to a lot of competition and they say, you know, your poems are not good enough. But
Right.
because I know that what I have is a God-given talent,
right.
I know that it takes time and it takes rejection, you know, to go further and to push yourself. So basically, when I get the rejection, you know, you feel sad at the moment.
Right.
But that never hindered me from writing. So I would say to other young poets that, you know, if though you're rejected, don't allow it to hinder you from writing, because each one of us have a voice and you can relate to several individuals out there. So keep continue writing.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's jump into the excitement of Pearls Among Stones. I mean, that's your first book. Tell us.
Maybe more to come.
All right, tell us about Pearls Among Stones. The title itself.
Well, everyone loves Pearls Among Stones. I mean, I can't really tell you how it is really inspired than it is just God-given, basically, because
Right.
the book is basically a poem is actually titled Pearls Among Stones,
Okay.
and then I gave the book that name. The process of that is I was reading Psalms 45, and after reading that poem, I decided, after reading that scripture, I wrote a poem based on it.
Okay.
And then I wanted a title and I didn't know, and it just came into me, that Pearls Among Stones. And then while I contacted my my publisher, at first it was Pearl Among Stones, and then he was like, you know, you need to add on a S,
Right.
Pearls Among Stones.
Okay.
And that's how Pearls Among Stones was birthed.
Wow. That's deep. I know for many persons who are watching, you know, even if they don't know poetry, once they hear a title like that, they will just say it's deep.
Basically,
Yeah.
the cover itself, I mean, it's a beautiful
It's beautiful.
cover. It's a beautiful cover.
All right. So, what's your favorite poem?
That's what is
published?
difficult, basically. I mean, it's a lot.
I know. I
To
can
pick
just
one,
imagine.
well, I like I Drank Poetry. That one was basically, it's featured in Jamaica Gleaner, and
Right.
it's Poem of the Week. It has
That's good.
placed in a lot of competitions
Yeah.
in around the world. I
Okay.
remember that it was shortlisted in a 233 people.
Wow.
22 was shortlisted, and I
Wow.
was among them with that poem.
Congrats. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
yeah, so that poem is one. So.
I mean, give us something from that poetry.
Well, uncuff me for resisting being silent. Check the breath for the bubbles of a drunken poet. Spitting out words and rhymes expressively with profanity. Charge me.
All right. Don't give them everything. Christena Williams right here on Campus Bus. It's amazing. I mean, what's the feedback like from the book? The reviews. Tell us.
Well, the professional reviews, because I get reviews from friends and family.
Right.
But the professional reviews that I've gotten two from UK.
Right.
That's basically Laura's Communications, which that was a competition that I was shortlisted.
Okay.
22 out of 233.
Okay.
And you have another one, Reader's Choice. And I think the most impressive one is definitely from Gleaner with Glenville Ashby.
Okay.
He's more in depth, you know, he talks about my style. He basically dissects each poem.
Wow.
So I think that one is like one of the best.
All right. Amazing. Good stuff. All right. So you are the Prime Minister's Youth Award for Excellent Recipient for Arts and Culture. I mean, that's crazy.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, tell us, how did that happen?
You know, as I said, things happen in stages. So I left Excelsior Community College 2011,
Yeah.
and I applied to UA and I applied for law. because I always want to be a criminal lawyer.
Okay.
Then it's so that I failed Unit 2 law, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to get through. I didn't even bother to go and check the way. Immediately my mom, she applied to pre-university. That's where I went and did over that law.
Okay.
And then a year in between, I didn't apply to UA, and that's when I wrote the book.
Oh,
so that whole year that I didn't go to any school, I wrote the book.
Wow.
Then I applied 2013, and then I met a young man. He was actually having a discussion with a friend of mine. They were talking about this. That's my area.
Okay.
And so I intervened in a discussion, and then, you know, he became very interested in me. So after a while, we became friends. I showed him my book. I told him that I was a writer. And then, you know, funny enough, it's not like we were close friends at the time, but he became interested in my work. And then we became friends on Facebook. He got my number, so forth.
Right.
And then before the nominations, he Facebooked me and said, well, you know, there is this award thing, you know, you want to sign me up? And I'm like, cool. I wasn't even interested. I mean, I didn't know how important it was, basically,
right,
until I did research, and I said, whoa, this is something phenomenal. It's a good award, you know. So
definitely.
And
the country.
It's the highest award for youth.
Right, definitely.
So eventually, I applied and I got everything. It's actually Simon Preston. He has won the award before.
Right.
He's a sports journalist.
Okay.
So eventually, the process went on that I had to go to Jamaica House. We had to do several interviews. We did snapshots, all type of stuff, and then. Then, you know, then there was the day, the award ceremony day, and then when I heard my name, I was so nervous. I remember when they called my name, I had some papers because I had to say a poem the day.
Okay.
And then I noticed that everyone was turning, looking at me when my name was called. Even the Prime Minister was looking my direction. I was wondering. And I heard it, and I heard my name, but I'm so in shock. I didn't get up immediately.
Wow.
Then when I noticed everyone's, you know, looking my direction, I was like, that's my name. I actually won. So when I got up, I got up so, you know, frightened that the papers dropped, that I took it up. Then I started walking fast. Then I slowed down my walk. Then when I went up and actually held the award, and, you know, the Honorable Prime Minister, Portia Simpson Miller, gave me a big kiss.
Wow.
So, you know, at the moment, it didn't come real at that time until, you know, several months probably. Okay.
Well, I mean, congratulations again on this, and, you know, it's very, 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 very impressive.
Yes.
At your age, you know, it's very impressive, Christena. We want to quickly go. I know that we don't have all day here and you have to go, but I mean, you have received this award. You have been in the Gleaner as been featured, and also you have been on CVM TV on the road to success with Yannick Da Costa. So you have been all over your faces, all over the media. How did these accomplishments, you know, quickly have changed your life?
Well, not financially yet, but it have allowed me exposure.
Right.
Recently I was asked to lay wreaths at National Heroes Day at Paul Bauer statue. Okay. And you know, that's something very prestigious. Ordinary Jamaican don't get that opportunity.
Okay.
And I was given that opportunity. And so basically, getting the award have allowed me to meet different people. I've met several superstars like Javon Francis.
Okay.
So that's good. The exposure is great. I get interviews. Right now I'm getting an interview.
On Campus Bus?
Yes. I've gotten interviews online.
Right.
And for various countries like Nigeria, Germany.
Wow.
So the exposure, that's what I've gotten. And I'll go further and get more, you know?
Well, definitely. Just keep up the good work. Quickly, you're working on your second book, right? You said Out of Babylon System, Liberation of Mind. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, in Jamaican terminology, when they say Babylon,
Right.
I know that some people think it might be police, but I speak of corrupt individuals.
Okay.
So anyone that is corrupt, that's basically, and it's basically your mind that is being controlled.
Okay.
That's the way that they're controlling now.
Right.
Mind, it was mind in slavery, it's
Right.
mind now. And slavery comes in different forms.
Okay.
And so this book is to empower individuals to realize that they need to stand firm, they need to know their own beliefs, and they need to go out and speak up when things are going wrong. Especially right now in Jamaica, there are several things that are happening. And I realize that people are silent.
Okay.
And so this book, I want this book to be like a revolution in itself.
Okay.
I want it to start something, basically. I want people to start thinking positively. I want them to stand up. So this book is basically upliftment, encouragement, inspiration.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I mean, it's not out yet, and I'm loving it already. All right. We'll quickly want to go into your real good moments. What are some of the most exciting, just specifically point to it, some of the most memorable moments on the poetic journey?
Well, first poem published in Gleaner.
Right. One.
The first time I made someone cry.
Wow, you did?
Yeah, reading my poems.
Okay, that's cool.
Of course, the awards, the interviews.
Okay.
A memorable moment is Think Out Loud, that, you know, that December link up.
Okay.
And also, you know, to see my mom happy.
Wow.
That I've accomplished something.
And she's here with you today. All right, thank you so much. We have one more thing before we go. This is called a random pick. You're tuning to Campus Bus with Christina right here. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Campus Bus is brought to you by Damn Good Brownies, the only temptation you should not resist. Sips spring water. Simply Sips. Just in case. Fitting into your lifestyle. And truly fruit-rageous for the freshest and fruit-rageous enjoyment.
Welcome back to Campus Bus. I'm Darren Smith and I'm still chilling with Christena Williams. She's poet, author of the book Pearls Among Stone. So we are in a random pick where Christina is going to pick a random question and read it and then answer it. Alright, here goes. Alright, she good?
This is easy. What makes you happy?
Alright, cool.
Writing poetry.
Alright, that's it. Alright, thank you so much, Christina, for stopping by with us. Is there anything that you want to tell your fans, those who are watching?
Most definitely. I would say to my fans that, you know, if there's anything that you're passionate about, you just need to continue doing it, and that nothing is impossible to achieve. So just go out there and achieve your dreams, basically.
Alright, thank you so much, Christina, for stopping by. If persons want to contact you, how do they go about doing that?
Okay, you can Facebook search Christena Williams, which is spelled Christena. Twitter, which is World Class Poet 1, and the 1 is the actual number. And also Facebook again, Pearls Among Stones, that's my book. So, an email address, it's Williams_Christina@yahoo.com.
Alright, thank you so much, Christina, for stopping by. Give me the book, let me show everybody. Pearls Among Stone. Where can we get the book if we want it?
Well, you can web search it, and it will just
come
up
on
like that.
Alright, awesome. Ensure, guys, that you go out, get Christina's Pearls Among Stone, and we are anticipating highly your new book. As well, we have another book that we are publishing, The Year of the Poet. So this as well can
well, you
be
can
accessed
download that for free.
for free.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. All right, keep up the good work, Christina, and we do appreciate you for stopping by on Campus Bus. We want to thank all our I.W.C campus who are watching. We want to thank our sponsors as well. Damn Good Brownies, Sip Spring Water, Just in Case, and Truly Fruit-rageous. We have here Sip Spring Water and fruits and brownies that Christina is going to get. I'm sorry, you guys. You have to stay tuned to get yours. Thank you so much for watching Campus Bus again. Goodbye.
Campus Bus is brought to you by Damn Good Brownies, the only temptation you should not resist. Sips spring water, simply sips, just in case, fitting into your lifestyle. And truly fruit-rageous for the freshest and fruit-rageous enjoyment.
Well, you're watching Campus Bus, and this is poet Christena Williams. I'm just going to drop a piece. It's titled I Drank Poetry. Bartender, pour me some more, let me stumble through the back door. Let the police smell of pungent aroma of rhythm and blues collide with my genius creative expression. And cuff me for resisting being silent. Check the bread for the bubbles of a drunken poet, spitting out words and rhymes, expressively with profanity. Charge me intoxication, verbal sensation before the judge I plead guilty. Poetic confinement recommended on the walls of right art, painting up the graffiti of the prisoner's thoughts. Calling poetic expressions. Bartender, pour me some more until my cup overflows. I just can't get enough. Let this liquor become embedded in the arches and lungs. Let it be my very DNA. Let it flow through my mind. Let it be hypnosis for my dreams. I drank poetry, and it tastes delicious.